Alright, it is morning. We are in Portland and we are picking up Voodoo donuts because that's what you do, obviously. So we are gonna head in and check it out. There's Dante's, I guess, strung out, played there last night. We were gonna go, but we ended up having to take the kids, but I'm gonna get our donuts. Pick up for Chris?
For Chris?
Yeah.
Alright, I'll grab it.
Was I supposed to go somewhere else or just I just wait in line and come in like normal?
Yeah, we usually do one at a time, just when there's one of us in the morning.
Okay.
You're all good though.
Alright, thank you. Keep Portland weird. Alright. We have accomplished Voodoo Donuts in Portland. Yay! Alright. Heading back to the car. And we're gonna go do some stuff.
For real.
In the controller.
Oh, they made mine cute.
He's got it in his eyeball.
I really love him.
Alright. Maple bacon.
Bacon.
We got the Voodoo guy.
Voodoo man. And then I just got a plain one just in case the kids wanted to eat it.
Let's see him. Oh, that's a cute one.
He's cute. He looks really upset that I'm going to eat him though.
Alright. And then I got the yeasty old dirty bastard.
You do like yeast donuts better than cake.
I do like yeast better than cake. Alright.
Don't give me that look.
Welcome everybody. Today we are in, I would assume this is still Portland, and we are looking over the Oaks Park Amusement Park, which is from a movie, Dr. Giggles. I was gonna go to the high school for one of the filming locations for Dr. Giggles, but it's the middle of the week. School's in session. I don't think I want to deal with school buses, people coming and going from high school, so I'm gonna skip Franklin High School and I'm just gonna do this location. I'm gonna go down to the amusement park because I want to do a Free Willy location down there, but let's see. But I wanted to do this location, Breeders Hill. If you remember this part, this is where Holly Combs was here making out with her boyfriend at Breeders Hill.
I remember riding the Ferris wheel when I was a little kid. I'd stop at the top and I could see all the big kids parked on the hill where we are now. I wanted to be with the big kids so bad.
Yeah, well, now you are with the big kids.
You know, Max, I'm really not that thirsty.
Hey, what's thirst got to do with it?
Breeders Hill. And they were overlooking the amusement park, which is down there. I'm not sure exactly where their cars would have been, but they would have been looking over the amusement park from up here, which is Breeders Hill. So if you guys remember this scene, this is when the police show up. It's start playing The Party Is Over, and they kick everybody out.
Hey, the party's moving to the bash. Every man for himself.
Most of you are probably too wet behind the ears to remember this old chartbuster. Judy Holliday made it famous way back in 1960, when I would have been just old enough to join you. And it's called The Party's Over. That's right. The party's over.
Good night, officer. Now, Officer Magruder's going to wind up, and anyone still on the premises will be partying in beautiful, recently repainted Moorhigh Lago. You mind if I turn this noise off now?
Yeah. So I would assume that their cars were parked over here. You can see the baseball diamond in the movie, which is over here. Actually, this circle, that might be the circle. I was thinking that that was a baseball mound, because the baseball thing was over there. But maybe this circle is where this all took place, because they got it for all the picnic tables over here. So they got one over there and one over here. So I'm gonna watch Dr. Giggles and see. I think it might think it might be these ones. But yeah, I was thinking it was like the pitcher mound or something. But so the party is over.
Alright, so if I had more time, I could have probably walked down and checked a couple more of these concrete circles to make sure I was in the exact right location. But there is a couple more of these where picnic tables are, and you can also see this lamppost, which is still the same. So if I could find that lamppost and that circle and these trees.
And eventually, I don't know, they got a little hiking path here. I don't know if this is the one where she falls down, because it kind of cuts to where the house location is, but that's like a really small park where they built the facade of the Dr. Giggles house. I'll show you guys that a little bit later. But she like stumbles down a hiking trail and stuff. Could be this one, but I am not 100% sure, but yeah, no real information on that. All right, so let's go down and check out the Oaks Park amusement park here. It's closed. It's real early. We're gonna try to do these locations. We're gonna get over. We're gonna go see one of the Dambo trolls over, and then we're gonna head over to the coast, and then we're gonna be at the Short Circuit House. So let's go look at the amusement park and do the Free Willy location, and you can see a little bit of the ride that was in the background. It's kind of like the lobster type ride, but the Maze of Mirrors isn't there. I believe they said it was like filmed maybe in like the roller rink area or something. There's another YouTube channel that covered a couple Dr. Giggles locations. He covered the high school and the park, but he didn't do this location as far as I know. So Breeders Hill, new location for the Larry movie. I enjoyed him in Overnight Delivery and a bunch of the other movies that he's been in. It's over the top. It's a cheesy horror flick, but you know what? It's good. You know, we all need to laugh a little bit. So, but all right, we're gonna go down and check out the amusement park and a Free Willy location. Come with us.
In front of it, where the Fun never ends.
Fun never ends. All right, so 2 filming locations, Dr. Giggles and Free Willy, are down here at Oaks Park. So we'll go check that out, what we can. And then we're gonna get moving on to go look at the troll. What's his name, Tim?
Tom?
Tom Dambo?
I think that's the right way of saying it.
Okay.
Dambo.
Dambo? All right.
It could be French, and then it could be completely
It's
different.
Dutch.
Or maybe it's Dutch.
It's Dutch. We know it's Dutch.
Like,
all right, so the gates are pretty close, but you can definitely see this in the movie. You see this in the background of a bunch of shots of it. I will see if I can get closer for the other locations. All right, so we are in Oaks Park, and here is Randolph's house, where he met him up to get put to work in fixing the graffiti that he put all over Willy's tank. They used a little bit of this in the movie, but the tank and stuff was in Mexico, and the backdrop was an imposed of Equal State Park. But yeah, here's Randolph's house. Turn off. Alright. Now I don't remember exactly, but I think they said the mirror maze and stuff was inside this roller rink. I believe this is the roller rink building, which is really nice. I guess there's like a downstairs or whatever where they set up the mirror maze. Like I said, there's another YouTube channel out there. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's pretty much the only person that comes up when you do Dr. Giggles. I'm not sure how many other buildings you actually see in Free Willy other than this little shack right here. That's where he had the wood carvings of the orca and stuff inside there. So we're gonna get moving on to the Dambo trolls. I'm talking about this stuff and I don't know if I'm gonna keep it all in the same video, so you guys gotta stay tuned, because either it's gonna be a straight up film and location video, or I'm just gonna ramble on and explore. Sometimes you guys like to see just lined up shots. Other times you guys like to come exploring with us. So once I figure out that balance and people actually start watching it longer and interacting with it, then I'll have a better idea on, you know, what you guys want to see. So all right, we are gonna head over to the other ride and then we're gonna get going. Not turning. Turn. Oh, so. Cool little totem pole. Oh, cool little train here. Now I believe that you're going to see some of these buildings in the movie. couldn't really make it out. I think some of them had like some lattice on it or something. Am I heading out? Alright, so in Dr. Giggles, you see this guy in the background a lot. Alright, it's called the Spider. Okay. We have one of these at Six Flags. It's called the East River Crawler. I used to call it the Lobster.
Looking for someone? Yeah, Max. I think I could help you.
But you see this spinning around a whole bunch. A lot of the other stuff has changed. Looks like a fun place. But that is not what we're here for. We're here for filming locations, and we're gonna go see the coast and Astoria, Kindergarten Cop, Short Circuit, Goonies, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 3, I don't know, maybe. But we'll see what we have time for. But this is Oaks Park. I'm gonna go. Kids and wife are in the car, so we're gonna get going. We'll do a little walk out through the front section here, since I got the okay to film in here. Got like a dance pavilion over here. Historical dance pavilion. And cut. So Six Flags Great America used to have a ride like this. It was called the hay baler, and there was a whole bunch of hay in the center of it. I definitely enjoyed that ride. They tore it out for Deja Vu, which only lasted a couple years. And then they replaced that with like a Buccaneer water ride that's like never running.
How serious is it?
Well, the doctor says it isn't very serious at all. But depending on what this piece of junk says, they might have to operate to fix the valve.
Mm-hmm. Operate?
Anyways. Alright guys, that's it for Oaks Park. Moving on to the next one. Alright, so we are at another filming location where they built a fake house for Dr. Giggles in this park right here across this intersection. I don't know if these buildings were here when they filmed it, but it almost looked like they built the house back this way, facing down this street. So, got that big old tree. And some of the shots were looking down here. I wish I knew how old these buildings were, because it cuts to a bunch of a charmed girl, Holly, going to the neighbor's house and a couple other things, but none of those houses are the same, so I think they might have filmed all that in a different neighborhood. I couldn't figure out where her house was, because like none of these houses are like 2 stories. These are all like little ranches and stuff. So it would look like it would be sitting back here looking down the street. There's a lot of really big old creepy trees in here. It's changed a little bit. So they built a big old Dr. Giggles father's house in here. We can walk down a little bit more. There used to be like another dirt path over here, but I don't see that anymore, which I would believe were like some of the scenes where Holly Combs would come down and then come down the main street here, walking past Dr. Giggles' house. Sorry. Oh. Alright, so since I didn't get to high school, there's not too many other locations that I know where any of them are. If any of you guys are Dr. Giggle fans, you live in Oregon, and you know where the house was, that'd be awesome. That'd be cool information to know, because I don't think anyone's actually done this movie in depth except for me now and the other guy. I keep forgetting his name, but I'll put a little thing here with his name because I watched his 2 videos. But anyways, alright, so it looked like there was like a dirt trail here, and I would guess this is like a little access road, so I believe that this would be the side of the house that she would walk down, and then the house would have been, you know, set back here. There's a lot of huge trees and stuff, so I don't know how far back, because I mean there's pretty good clearing there where they probably could have built the house. These somewhat little newer trees, but there's a pretty good clearing here. I don't think it's here, because I think this is where that dirt trail was that went along the side of the house. There's a big old tree. I know you would definitely notice these trees. But I kind of believe it was kind of over where this walking path it was. But I mean, there's a big open section here where they could have built it. I'm gonna film a bunch of this just in case. I think Dr. Giggles is free to watch on Tubi, some of those freebie channels or whatever. So if you guys don't know what it is, you guys can watch it. It's hard to tell, you know, whether or not it's set way back here or not. You would believe it would be in the open space. Right there. And there was like a scene where Holly like runs across and like a cop almost hits her, and then the neighbor like comes out and checks on her. Or yeah, well, the neighbor comes and checks on the building or whatever, and then he eventually does some liposuction on her. None of these houses look anything like that, because like she had like an arched doorway. Nothing here has an arched doorway. None of these houses here, because it's almost like she like ran across and like went to one of these. So I think they just used some Hollywood magic there. Unless this whole building's all freaking new, but it looks old. Definitely looks like an 80s type of a apartment thing here. So I would assume this stuff was here. Let's see. So you can kind of, I think you can kind of see the driveway in some of the shots here. Alright, Dr. Giggles House. Alright, we're gonna get moving on here. I might be swinging by a cemetery to see the burial location of Rowdy Piper. Here, there's a grave site. Just a little over here, so maybe I'll swing by there and pay some respects to WWF superstar, actor, hot rod, Rowdy Piper. So let's go. And turn off. All right, we are in Crest Grove Cemetery. It took a second to locate this plot. So I guess these are cremation plots. But we are here for Rowdy Piper. Roderick George Toombs. Hot rod. So someone left a little action figure here for Rowdy Piper. Top gun. And some glasses. Now you're like, why are there glasses here? Well, Rowdy Piper or Roderick George Toombs was in John Carpenter's movie. Alright, so you got the little action figure here because he was in the WWF as Hot Rod. You got the Top Gun CD, it looks like a soundtrack there. And you got the glasses. Because if you remember, he was the actor in They Live by John Carpenter. And if you don't remember that movie, that is the one where he puts on the glasses and you can see the aliens and all the obey signs and stuff and comply and byproducts and all that stuff. So it's a very cool thing here. You know, it was a pretty cool movie. I'm not saying he's the best actor in the world, but he was in that. Let's see what else. You got any other?
I have come here to chew bubblegum and kick ass. And I'm all out of bubblegum.
WCW stuff. The Mask, RoboCop, Kicking It Old School, Green Lantern. So many movies. Three Wise Guys, The Bet. So definitely has a long catalog of wrestling, movies, acting, all that stuff. So there's the John Carpenters in 1988. So we are here in Oregon. We decided to stop and check this out. Love You More Than All. The stars are in, oh, then the stars are in the sky. So he died of high blood pressure. Let's see. I had that information all up in here. Let's see, overview. Alright, so he died July 31st, 2015 in Hollywood from high blood pressure. Let's see. Cardiopulmonary arrest caused by a pulmonary embolism. 2015 in Hollywood, California. A 10-bell salute was held at the beginning at the August 3rd, 2015 WWE Raw. So anyways, so it's right over here, you know, right next to the crematorium section, and I believe he was cremated, so I think these are just tombs for cremations, or I could be wrong. He might be in here, or he might have been cremated. Anyways, guys, we are gonna get moving on here. But beautiful little cemetery here in Oregon. Alright, we'll see you later, Hot Rod. Alright, we are at the Norda House. Little sign here. Troll Path. That is where we're going. We're gonna go see one of the Dambo. Oh my god, Dambo? Troll. Alright. We are on the path for the troll. Oh, I already saw him. Historical places. So what, this house is a historical place too? What is he looking at? Thomas Dambo.
Okay, you don't have to come here. I'll leave you right there. There he is. He's so freaking cool.
Alright, Thomas Dambo is an artist based out of Denmark. He makes sculptures and installations out of recycled materials. By doing this, he hopes to inspire everyone to have fun, think of trash as a valuable resource. The sculpture is a part of a series of 6 site-specific installations called Northwest Trolls Way of the Big Bird King. Ooh. We're going to leave that misspoke out of there, in there. Alright, we're going to walk around them. Oh, baby.
Go walk around.
Big old feet. We had a bunch of these in the Morton Orbitarium. Oh my god, mispronouncing words here. But those ones were only a temporary exhibit. So they have, in Illinois, so they have a little, maybe they have grave sites or something? I don't know, on the Thomas Dambo map. I only saw the one that was on the side of the highway. Never got out and checked them out, but now we're kind of wanting to check out all these ones out here in Seattle in Oregon. So we're going to try to see as many as we can. Probably not the ones out on the islands, but you know. Alright. I'm going to walk under here where my wife was.
Where's my husband? There he is.
That big old man. Big old man belly.
We'll have to do it again. Why? Because
There's someone outside our house.
Chris, I told you to fix the roof.
Fix the roof. Oh, he tore it right off.
Jeez. Yes.
The nails are pulled out.
Milo doesn't like him.
No?
Hey, when you're done filming that, come take this picture with me because it's funny.
Okay. Old boy house.
Hey, let's take a video of the outside of him.
Alright. We're gonna head outside.
That's his little hand, well, little big hand.
It's got a lot of screws in him. Get that. We got that nice sun in the trees. Alright, so here's the artist, Thomas Dambo. I don't know why Dambo is so hard for me to say, but you know, I've mispronounced his name a couple times. A Danish artist. All right.
Yeah, it's cute.
How you doing, big guy?
He's so cool. Where's my husband?
There's another one of his. Some information about the log cabin here. We got a donation thing here for it. And flowers.
It's an organization for gardening.
Okay.
And there's like a thing, events.
We're trying to figure out what the Norda House is.
Yeah, it says that it's a organization in the gardening home Whitford, and it looks like they have like events like troll cardboard costume making, Danish. So it looks like it's like a Nordic place.
Cultural center?
Yeah, that's exactly the words.
Yeah.
Yeah, the cultural center so they can learn about
All right.
the roots.
So we don't have time to figure out exactly what the Norda House is, but like Leah read up on it, We were wondering if we wanted to pop in there, but we're heading towards the coast. We're gonna go do a Point Break location and Tillamook. So, all right, got a car wanting to park. All right, so that's our second troll adventure location, the Troll Bridge, and it's our first Dambo, Thomas. And then we are gonna see a couple of them in Seattle.
Yeah, there's a couple.
Like three? I think we can see three.
Yeah, there's like two that's on an island.
Yeah, like we're gonna go to the Nordic Museum. I think there's one out front there. There's one by a high school.
I wonder if they're Nordic also.
And then there's one in a
trend.
There's one in a park. So I think we're gonna do those three. I don't think we're gonna go across. There's two more across. What do we call that? The Bay, Seattle.
Sure. Bays.
But we are not gonna do those two. But three more are coming. Can't really see the arch, but there is an arch out there.